Good morning. This is Pradeep Shetty here, your mindset transformation coach. And today I will be speaking about depression. Yes, my dear friend, depression. Depression is a mental disease you call, which takes you to a very low state of mind. It happens to various reasons and mostly related to your past or the things going on in your life. And it has been going on for a lot of time, and you have taken that person has taken it very deeply and keep thinking about it again and again, and they go into this particular state. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but yes, I'm a positive psychology expert and working on various things to help people, especially develop a great mindset. I'm a mindset transformation coach from the Mindset Transformation Academy. And my dear friends, today let's look into what are the different symptoms of this depression. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and start presenting my slide right now. Yep, there we go. Let me get into the presentation mode. Sorry, I just need to turn off my other, screen. Yes, there we go. And I hope you are able to see me right now. Yes, dealing with depression. People are getting into depression due to the various reasons, and a couple of reasons being mostly into relationship or maybe financial issues, or it may be some various other issues. Maybe during childhood something happened or something like that. So people normally visit psychiatrists and go under medication. Yes, that is the way sometimes if you need to, but yes, there are various other ways also by which you can come out of this depression by getting into some habits. I'm not here to tell you today in this video for how to get out of that depression, okay? But I'm here to just want to let you know what are the symptoms of depression. Now, going to the next slide. So what is depression? Depression is nothing but a state of mind and body that prevents or hinders the normal functioning. It happens for many reasons and sometimes for no reason at all. It's often said that depression results from what? Some chemical imbalance, and that the figure of speech doesn't capture how complex the disease is. There is no meter, I would say. There isn't like stethoscope, you can measure the heartbeats, and various other equipment you can measure the heart rate and various other things, the diabetes and everything. But here you do not have a meter by which you'll come to know that this person has a depression of maybe this percent. Okay, so the research suggests that the depression doesn't spring from maybe simply having too much or too little of certain brain chemicals. Rather, depression has many possible causes. There is no one or two that it might be related to various multiple causes, that 10 different things, and that has got you to depression, 2 different things, and that has got you into a depression state of mind. So including the faulty mood regulation by the brain, or it might be genetic vulnerability, stressful life even. Mostly it's due to this stressful life events. People get into medication, or it can be due to various other medical problems. So it's believed that several of these forces interact to bring on depression. So it's not one or two things that get people into depression or a shocking state of mind, but it might be different. It might be related that the person has lost their loved ones, maybe in an accident, or maybe due to COVID or anything like that. May the soul rest in peace. But it might be due to various reasons people get into depression. There are 3 places which is normally affected by in the brain affected by due to this depression. One is the amygdala. Amygdala is nothing but the place where in the part of the brain which is dealing with emotions, right? So amygdala is the part of the limbic system and a group of structures deep in the brain that is associated with emotions. Now, what are emotions? It can be anger, it can be pleasure, it can be sorrow, it can be fear, or it can even be sexual arousal. The amygdala is activated when a person recalls emotionally charged memories. Yes, my dear friends, emotionally charged memories, the memories which is in the past, very deep, engraved, and some emotions, some situations in life, some emotions you are never able to forget, come what may. Maybe at that particular time, to get out of that, you might go to some different places, go for holidays, have great foods and everything, but that emotion, that negative imprint rather, it always and always stays very deep inside your mind, inside your brain, and that is the part which is called amygdala. So here, it's due to emotionally charged memories, such as frightening situation. It can be anything, just like near-death experience, maybe some accident, a truck coming out, and you're moving here, and but you missed very, very slightly. So people get into a, deep, shocking state of mind. So activity in the amygdala is higher when a person is said to be sad. Normally, when a person is sad or clinically depressed. So this increased activity continues even after the recovery from depression, because once that brain part is affected, it takes a lot of time to get out of that healing. Remember, if you want to replace one habit, you need to replace it with another positive habit. Maybe you want to replace a bad habit, you need to get it replaced with another positive habit. Only then that things takes place. For that, you need to really work on yourself. The second part of the brain which is affected is the thalamus. Now, thalamus receives most sensory information and relays it to the appropriate part of the cerebral cortex, so which directs higher level functions such as speech and behavioral reactions, movements, thinking, and learning. So some research suggests that the bipolar disorder may result from the problem in the thalamus. Okay, so now which helps link sensory inputs to pleasant and unpleasant things. Let's go to the third one, hippocampus. Okay, the temporary memory. So the hippocampus is a part of the limbic system and has a central role in processing long-term memory and recollection. Processing the long-term memory and recollection. It's just like when you, the whole day you do so many activities, all the information gets stored in the hippocampus, and when you sleep at night, it goes into, it's filtered into the prefrontal cortex. So the interplay between the hippocampus and the amygdala might account for the adage that one bitten and twice shy. One bitten, one gets hampered, but two things get this thing. So it is a part of the brain that registers fear when you're confronted by barking or aggressive dog, for example. And the memory of such an experience make you wary of the dogs which you come across later in your life. Maybe there is a good dog, a pet dog. Even if you come across those pet dogs, just an example, that person will, he'll fear a lot. He will think, oh, I really don't know what might happen next. It might bite me, or, it might pounce on me or something like that. The person is really very, very in a fearful state of mind, because during his childhood days, or maybe sometime he has seen pouncing or biting some unknown person or something like that, right? So that is really deep inside. So whenever a person comes across such person who is really frightened or fearful about the dogs, they have a lot of thoughts running and they get into that state of mind. The hippocampus is smaller in some depressed person, and research suggests the ongoing exposure to stress hormones impairs the growth of nerve cells in this part of the brain. The growing part, it's restricted. So here it's how you can see the person who is not depressed, how the brain is at one point of time when the brain scan was done, and the second, how the depressed person's brain is. You can see that how that the right hemisphere, left hemisphere, how the brain structure is, how the neurons are moving, and all those things, right? So a person, you can see a lot of yellowish over here, and here you can see a lot of gray matter on the right hand side. You are not able to see that yellowish, so it can shows the difference between the two. So this is the PET scan, measures vital functions such as the blood flow and the oxygen use. Now, this is the main theme of this particular video, as to how you come to know that what are the symptoms of depression. Some people say, hey, you might be into depression, go and meet a psychiatrist, or just go and meet a clinical psychologist. Okay, so the psychiatrist will definitely examine you, ask you a couple of questions, and the initial session with the psychiatrist would be maybe for even 1 hour, and he or she will provide you medication, normally medicines. But these medicines are very with a high dose, so better, at what point of time you go there, please take the directions of the psychiatrist, whoever he or she is, okay, a certified psychiatrist. And the other is you can go to the psychologist too, okay. They would not prefer giving you any medicines, they are not supposed to. And they would be giving various other things. Just like if you ask me, I would like to tell you that the first and the foremost is to start doing meditation, because meditation has cured many people. There are reports, there are journals wherein people had to undergo bypass surgery, and due to meditation, continuing meditation for a couple of days, maybe 90 days, 180 days, with a good diet, right diet, good sleep, and also exercise, definitely, with including all these things along with meditation, people have come out of the bypass surgery. They need not go ahead with the bypass surgery, right? So here, let me tell you something about the depression. So avoiding others and isolated and lonely. This is one of the symptoms, right? The person who is in a depression state of mind, that person tends to be lonely. He or she likes to spend time lonely rather being with the gathering, right? And tries to avoid others. Anybody is trying to call him or her, the person with the depression will start to avoid that person. There is change in appetite. The food, what the person was eating maybe before depression and after depression, their appetite is totally changed, right? Maybe initially they used to have a lot of healthy foods and all those things, but right now after depression, they might have healthy food, but it will be very less. Or maybe they feel like having it or not. Sometimes, just like a moody, it totally depends upon their mood, because it's again psychology. So difficulty in functioning, the day-to-day activities, they have challenges, they will be having fatigue, they will feel hopeless. Now, this is the most important thing with this people who are really depressed. They will feel lonely, they will feel hopeless, they feel that they are not worth anything. Because the thing is, the situations or whatever they have gone through, it has really affected their mind, their brain, and that's how they function. Okay. So feeling of guilt or worthless, they feel that they are worthless, they are not fit to be in the society, right? So the person with depression has all these thoughts. They feel helpless. They feel as if they are not able to do, they cannot do anything. Rather, definitely, if you have a good mentor or a psychiatrist or a good psychologist, or a clinical psychologist or an expert in psychology can definitely guide you, or a mindset coach like me can definitely guide you towards coming out of that depression. Yes, it's not going to be a one-day game. It's going to be a couple of days, months together. Okay, it totally depends upon how that person, the patient, takes it and starts doing it on a daily basis. Next, there is lack of energy. A person whose depression will be, first of all, the body language will be down, the shoulders would be down, and always down, the head would be down, looking downwards. What does that say? That clearly says that you don't have any aim or any goal in your life. You're not focused somewhere. So that's how the energy gets lesser. The concentration would be down, right? A person with depression would always have a lesser concentration and a lesser focus. You might be speaking to that person, that person might nod for a couple of moments or seconds. Maybe immediately the person's focus is detached and moved to a different thing. Then there will be loss of confidence and self-esteem. The person will not have confidence and self-esteem. The self-esteem is really very important, because a person who is not having self-esteem, he can really be put down anywhere at any moment. So you need to have a good self-esteem. There will be loss of sex drive and sexual problems, maybe between the relationship, between the husband and wife. There might be a lot of issues with this. They'll not be able to enjoy things that are usually pleasurable and interesting. Maybe somebody bought a beautiful car. You bought a new car. Maybe your friend bought a new car, but that person will never appreciate it. You bought a new dress or jewelry or something, or a new watch to that person. That person will never appreciate. Okay, there would be, the facial expression would not show anything. It would show as if, okay, that's fine, it's okay. So it will be in that state. They would not be having that appreciating thing. Okay, no hormones getting released into the bloodstream. So not being able to enjoy that physical aches and pain. There would be aches and pains in different parts of the body. Okay, so if there is any pain and ache in the body, that means you are not really fit, you're not really good. Okay, physically. Problem sleeping and lot of oversleeping. Because the person, you can just observe, the person who has goals, who has vision, who are in a mission, they always tend to sleep at the right time and try to get up at the right time, because they know that if I sleep even 15 minutes more than the time I'm desired to sleep, just like the doctor suggests 6 to 8 hours of good sleep, but a person sleeps, okay, maybe 15 minutes more. I'm talking about the goal-oriented person who has mission, right? So he or she would get up in the morning and try to get into the daily activities or the course. But this person who is in depression or depressive state of mind will never have any goals. Okay, so their problem is sleeping and lots of oversleeping. So anything done over, anything done extra, anything done to a higher level is always bad. It's being said, too much is too bad. So in the same way, if you're sleeping more, that means you are not in a good state of mind. Okay, even the world's best sleep doctors, they say the maximum time a person should sleep is 6 to 8 hours. There is no written rule in the medical history or medical journal anywhere in the universe saying that a person should sleep 8 hours. No, it totally depends upon each person. Everybody has his own unique style or way of healing. So the moment the best way to find out how much is your sleep time is to do not put an alarm when you're going tonight to sleep, and see what time you get up, and try to see yourself what time you get up almost every single day. But the thing is, you need to sleep at the same time. So you'll come to know what's your average sleep time. Is it 6 hours? Is it 6.5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is? Okay, so even the best sleep doctors in the world, they recommend this, that you need to do this experiment. Don't go by people telling, don't go by parents telling you, don't go by friends telling you that you need to sleep for 8 hours. Next comes the sadness that won't go away. The sadness they have inside their mind, inside their brain, it won't go away so easily. Okay. And next is the self-harm or thought of it. That is thinking about suicide. Yes, such people who are very down to earth in the sense they don't have any objective in life, they don't have any goals in life, because they think they are lonely, they are hopeless, and all those things. So they come into a point, they start thinking of committing suicide, which is totally wrong. Okay. And the other thing is that they are tired. In case if they don't have energy, that means they are really tired. And a person who is mentally tired, the person who is mentally tired is not able to do anything. That's why it's being said in the Indian scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, it says, Man ke hare har, man ke jeete jeet. If you are able to win your mind, you will be able to rise to any extent. But the person who is very depressed, right, or thinking negative things, thinking always and always and always negative thing, even if a person advises him or her for some good things, that person is not ready to accept it. So there comes the point when the person really needs to see a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist. So this was the short video which I wanted to tell you, my dear friends, about depression. This is on a rise. After 2026, that is 2026, this depression would be the #1 disease on this planet. Yes, research has been done. #1 disease. It will not be diabetes mellitus. It will not be heart attack or heart problems. It will not be any other problem, even high BP or anything. The #1 disease by 2026, it's going to be depression. So please take care of yourself. That's very, very important. Let me close this presentation and get to the normal screen. Back to you. Okay, I think you are not able to see the slides. Let me just show you the slides. And the first slide which I was seeing was this one. Yeah, yes, this one. Let me get into the mode. Yes, this was the first slide. This was the second slide. What is depression? Third is the brain areas affected. That is amygdala, thalamus, and the hippocampus. This is the brain scan for the person who is not depressed or normal, so-called normal. Yeah, they are normal. And the second one towards the right is the person whose brain scan shows depressed. And these are the symptoms of the person who are what? Really depressed in their life. So that's what we have for today. Let me get back to normal. Just a moment. I'll stop the share. There we go. Yeah, there we are back. So my dear friends, please remember that these depression is getting really, really worsening day by day. So depression is in its place, but we need to work. We need to think about ourselves, how we can come out of this depression. In case if you're having any of the symptoms, it doesn't mean that you are in depression, but see that you do not fall under this category, and start working on yourself every single day. So that's what I had for today, my dear friends. I'll continue with this presentation with a couple of videos in the coming time, which will really help you a lot. In my next video, I'll be speaking about the bad habits, the 3 R's, which is a cycle, how the bad habits are formed, and there is a cycle for that, how you can break that pattern. But yes, in the next video, I'll be speaking about the 3 R's of bad habits. Okay, for any other habits, even for the bad habits, it is the same principle. So thank you very much. It was really nice engaging with all of you. I hope you learned today something about depression, how a person with a depression is, what are the symptoms of depression, how you come to know a person is in a depressive state of mind or going towards it, so that you can work on it, meet a psychiatrist, take an appointment with a psychiatrist, or with a clinical psychologist, or you can also approach people like me who are into mindset coaching, who can definitely help you, but not to that extent. If you're really very depressed, no. If it's in an initial stage where we can help you with guiding, coaching you online like this, and you need to do a couple of homework, right? So if you start practicing it, some good habits, man, that would be really amazing. That would really help you a lot. Okay, so thank you very much. I wish you all having a very great positive mindset. I also have a mindset transformation podcast. Please listen to it. It's in Spotify. It's in Anchor. You can go to with this couple of podcasts. You can listen to my podcast. I have almost every week coming up with new podcasts, which will really help you to tune up your mindset. So do remember, change your mindset and change your life. So take care. This is Pradeep Shetty here, the mindset transformation coach from the Mindset Transformation Academy, signing off for today. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye. And do remember, in case you would like this video, I request you to please share it with your friends, your colleagues, and all the members of your family or whoever might be in need of this, because depression would be the #1 disease in 2026. Do remember, so you need to safeguard yourself and take care of yourself and all your family members. In case if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I request you to please hit the subscribe button, that is the bell icon, so that whenever I create a new video, so you'll be having your video, this video, the new video coming into your dashboard. Okay, you'll be receiving it through email. So thank you very much and have a great day. Bye-bye. I love you all. Thank you.